James Charles is in trouble. So basically, if you haven't been living under a rock, then you will have known that James Charles is in a lot of trouble, alright? So basically, if you aren't familiar with Twitter as like a whole thing right now, James Charles has done some pretty disturbing things to people in the past or not so long ago. I'm not really into specifics on the situation, but basically he's taking straight men, and since he's a celebrity, he's trying to manipulate them with power and money to his favor. I really don't want to get too much into details with that, but I'm sure you could figure out how this like plays into role, you know. So yeah, that's basically what's been happening with James Charles recently. So basically there's this person who's been supporting James Charles a lot over the years, you know, before he has really grown into the internet personality he is today. Like when he was still growing as like a channel, this girl, her name is Tati, or I think, she basically shouted him out almost in every video, gave him promos, always told people to use his codes so he could gain profit off of other products, you know. So basically she just let him get a head start on his career as a YouTuber and internet personality. She would feature him in videos where he did her makeup, you know, things like that. And basically throughout the years, of course, as a YouTuber, James Charles has had controversy going around his name, and it's not just this drama. And I think something happened with vitamins, like James Charles was promoting vitamins that were like the competing company against the vitamins that Tati was selling. And, you know, she kind of felt backstabbed by that. She also said, like, James Charles was doing some bad things to straight men and, like, manipulating them, blackmailing them, saying he was going to embarrass them. And I remember that she said something about at her birthday party. It was in, like, Seattle, which is a city in northwest, like, the very top left corner of the United States, very close to the ocean. It was her birthday, and basically he was saying disturbing, suggestive things about the waiter in detail, and she went, you know, he's straight, right? And James Charles went, that doesn't matter, I'm a celebrity, and you know, it's just not okay at all. That's, you know, and that's as far as my knowledge extends what's been going on. I'm not really too familiar with this, so I apologize if I got any details wrong, and just remember, these are just allegations. None of this is like 100% proven facts yet, but I also believe Tati mentioned that some of the boys he did this to were underaged. And you know, what Keemstar said, that he's 19, so he shouldn't get in too much trouble for that, but he's still of age, so, you know, still it's like not okay for him to be doing these things. Even if he's only 19, he's still relatively young. Yeah, and summarized, that's basically what's been going on in the world and on the internet, and that's basically what's been going on. And I think it's important to mention how much of an influence James Charles is. Just in the school I attend, there's like, I don't know, 20,000 girls and some boys with his palettes, extremely inspired by him, by his makeup. You know, they're posting it on their social medias. Just got the James Charles palette, you know, so excited. And it's just, his reach is so wide. I believe he lives in Los Angeles, which is on the other side of the country, because I'm on the East Coast, and that's just so influential. Like, his reach just spans over that large distance, and it reaches where I live, and it affects the people where I live, and it just comes to show how much of an influence and how much of a power he has over his audience. And if he makes this apology video that's obviously not sincere, and I apologize if it is sincere and I'm just misunderstanding it, but I don't think it's sincere, then, you know, people are gonna think he apologized and just let it slide, knowing it's okay. Just since he has so many subscribers, so many followers, so many fans, they're just gonna let it slide by. it's okay, but it's not okay. And his fans need to understand that even if they're longtime fans and loyal, they could still watch his videos, but they just need to understand that what he did was wrong, and that even though he might be your idol, no human being is above the law, no matter how famous they are. And I'm not telling you to stop watching him just because what he did, but I'm just telling people to acknowledge that this was wrong, what he did was wrong, he should never do it again, and he might go to prison, and his career might be destroyed. I was never subscribed to him. I watched like maybe one video with him in it, but other than that, of course I knew who he was, but I never really paid too much attention to him because his type of content doesn't really appeal to me. I don't try makeup on. I'm not really into vlogs like that. So, and just to show how much of a reach that just any controversy has on the internet, as I just said, I wasn't following him at all. I just knew who he was, and it even reached out to me. I even know pretty much the basics of the situation, and I had never even followed him before in my life. Like, I never followed his content, enjoyed his content too much, but I still know about what's happened, so that just comes to show that this controversy isn't just something you talk about in private over a Skype call. It's something that really impacts the world and your audience and the people who watch your videos, and you need to take that into accountability whenever you feel you do something remotely wrong that could cause controversy. You just need to remember how many millions of people this will be impacting. And also, he lost roughly 1.5 million subscribers overnight, I think. He's just been dropping his numbers, and someone's even set up a live sub count of him versus Tati, and you could just watch it for 20 seconds and see his numbers are dropping constantly and Tati's are growing. Maybe he'll gain like a couple subscribers and she'll lose a couple subscribers, but other than that, it's just consistently growing and shrinking for both of them. And it's just something like this, something that he did, and since she's such like a personality, it has like such a celebrity, I should say, it has such a wide span over everyone, and it affects everyone. And he should have thought about this before he did what he did, and he should have taken into accountability what these other people want to do. It was obviously, I would assume, against their will. I just think it's really, really, really messed up, and I think that this whole incident has ruined his career, possibly forever. He may recover, but I know a lot of people that I know personally are gonna stop supporting him after this situation and these accusations that have been made. Even if they aren't true, then maybe he'll manage to recover, but he did mention them in the apology video, and I didn't even watch that, but I saw clips of it, and he's addressed it as the quote-unquote boy situation. So I'm assuming that that they're not just accusations and they're true. And yeah, that's all I have to say on this.
But with that being said, I really do think his career is ruined, but I'm just gonna have you just imagine something. Just imagine it. Just imagine it.
Wow, James Charles seems very dangerous lately. Maybe I should watch out for what I'm doing now. He might find me.